Hi there everyone. What I want to do in this little video is explore the concept of diction. Now we know that diction refers to just very simply word choice. As we've been finding in our lessons already, writers consciously craft their work. If you would imagine a piece of origami folded in every way in certain fashion, each line, each fold intentional, each line and each fold contributing to the overall form, whatever the origamist chooses to make or conceives of making in their mind. This is what language has the power to do, and very good writers are incredibly adept at picking words that have just so power. They capture their meaning just as they want to, and they invest a lot of time, of course, into making sure that these words that they choose are fit for purpose. So what I want to do now is that I want to move to look at a beautiful poem written by Seamus Heaney entitled Poem. It's a love poem. It's dedicated to his wife, Marie, and I want to show you some things in the first few lines of the poem that relate our early reading strategies of visualizing, especially with this concept, this literary term, diction. So here's the poem. We always notice the title, and we see that it is a dedicatory poem. It is for Marie. So even before we get to the poem itself, we notice this important preposition, that the poem is in dedication. The effort of the poet has gone the poet has created the text for their beloved. Let's have a look at the first line. Love, I shall perfect for you the child. Now, the first thing we notice is, of course, the word love. A side issue to today's video, but something I think important to comment on even as we talk on diction, is that syntax, or the ordering of words and their relationships one to the other, are really very powerful. It's the poet choosing to put love first, to promote, we say, to promote this word to the front of the line. And notice that promoting of the word, along with just the sound of the word as it's spoken, puts emphasis on it. And if we're visualizing the text, then what do we imagine? I suppose we would imagine someone beautiful, someone that we somehow desire. And I think in this what we find is that the text's form, its shape, is also contributing to meaning, because it's as though the word love now casts its shadow over the whole text. When we read the remainder of the line, a number of words, I should say, really stand out. The word shall. This is a verb. It establishes the speaker's intention. They are committed to what follows. Well, what do they set out to do? The word perfect, I think, is guiding meaning strongly in the first line. The word perfect means to complete, means to make right, whole, fulsome, however you want to talk of it. And so the speaker is making a claim that they will set out to make something right, make something complete, make something perfect. As we read on in the line, I shall perfect for you the child. And by the line's end, we notice that again the poet puts some kind of emphasis on this noun child, because it catches the eye just as we turn and head back to the beginning of the second line. When we visualize, we might see a toddler, a little person clumsy in their movement, an innocent figure, one naive about the world. And so with that image associated with the notion of working to perfect, we have this really fascinating idea that the speaker, some kind of adult figure, we think Heaney himself in fact, is humbling themselves before their wife. They're arguing that somehow they are naive, small, clumsy, incomplete, but that they will aim to grow into perfection for them, because of them, inspired by them. We have this relationship established in the first line. We have the speaker, and we have the lover, Marie. And the speaker establishes very clearly what they will set out to try and achieve. They will seek perfection for them. So let's return to the concept. Diction means word choice. An additional idea that I'd like you to understand is that words have two basic levels of meaning. The first simple level we call denotative meaning. And the second level we call connotative meaning. So the way we could understand it would be to imagine that the word, let's take the idea of the word child. Denotative meaning means literal meaning. So, of course, what I've just drawn is a representation of denotative meaning. Connotative meaning means suggested meaning. Words have this power to refer to other concepts, to refer to other things. So when I utter the word child, or I write the word child, what happens is that I open up a set of other possible meanings, suggested meanings. And so it might suggest, the word child might connote innocence, for instance. it might connote weakness. Often limits are put around meaning because of the context. So, meaning to say where the word falls in a sentence, the ideas that are developing in a paragraph or across a longer discourse. Context is one of the key influences on the connotations of words. So let's look at an example from the poem. Let's take the word love. Now, in the sense of the poem, the word denotes Heaney's lover, his wife. But the connotations of the word are things like maybe takes on meaning like object of his affection, the figure who fulfills all desire, all want. This is how we work with diction. We run our eye across any line. By using reading strategies, we notice the key words, and then we work to analyze their meanings in the way I've been modelling to you here. So we're going to try this together in class.